The National Taxi Alliance and its members converged today to discuss a number of challenges facing their industry. This gathering takes place at a time where taxi operators in Johannesburg were disrupted due to the Bree Street explosion nearly 2 weeks ago. There has also been ongoing violence between taxi operators and e-hailing operators across the country. In the Western Cape, taxi operators have now downed tools following a clash between law enforcement agencies and taxi operators on Tuesday. For a discussion on some of these challenges, I'm joined by Theo Malele, who is the National Taxi Alliance spokesperson. Theo, thank you for making time for us. Let's start with this development in Cape Town this afternoon. Santaco deciding to embark on a mass stay away until the 9th of August. What's your reaction? This is going to leave a lot of commuters stranded.
Well, good afternoon to you, and thanks for the opportunity. Yes, indeed, it would leave the commuters stranded, but then this also poses a question to the political leadership in that space, in the geographical space, as to what is this that they are doing as leaders. I can tell you right now, they are behaving like demigods. They're not supposed to be this pompous. They have to engage the taxi industry meaningful. You know, if one would tell you about the challenges that the taxi industry is facing for a number of years, even in the democratic dispensation, it's even worse. You know, it's just a lot that is happening. The non-issuers of operating licenses, the treatment of the taxi industry as a stepchild of the public transport sector, when in essence it ferries the greatest majority of people on a daily basis, but still there is no support whatsoever, and there is no attempt, you know, from that leadership, the political leadership in the Western Cape, to transform the taxi industry or to professionalize the industry, knowing the history of this country. Yeah. I mean, what they are doing, the Western Cape government, it leaves a lot to be desired. And we are in solidarity with Santaco in this respect. And we also do have our own members in that geographical space, and we will be joining forces with Santaco to expect the normal the correct pressure to get this government to accede to our demand.
What discussions have you had at this gathering around the e-hailing industry? Because tensions have continued between taxi operators and e-hailing drivers.
Look, currently the current business model of e-hailing gives people that are overseas 31% of the hard-earned cash of our fellow South African brothers and sisters. And we are saying this cannot carry on for forever. We have now developed an app that would replace this overseas app, and these guys would have much more security. They would even make more money. They would actually be costing us 15%. This is what would be levied against them. But this also has a lot of security features in it, and we will be implementing this e-hailing system. And that's not the only issue that we actually discussed, but as per your question, I would answer as you lead me.
Yeah, but then what are the taxi drivers themselves telling you about the issues that they have with the e-hailing operators that often leads to these tensions rising, and what solutions are they putting on the table?
No, look, this is not, we have actually seen we know what's happening within e-hailing. We have intelligence that has been gathered. Hence, we can even, it's public knowledge that 31% of what they are doing goes directly overseas. When they have challenges in the country, they have no one to represent them. They don't even have anybody to supervise them and to assist them in any form whatsoever. So now we are saying we want to take over this sector and make sure that it's run accordingly.
Okay.
So and basically on the taxi industry side, it is not the drivers that make the decision. It is the owners of the business itself that come up with the decisions from an informed point of view.
There are taxi drivers whose vehicles were damaged during that Johannesburg explosion a couple of weeks ago, who at the time indicated that they wanted to be compensated. because of the disruptions to their operations, but also now they've got to try and fix their vehicles that have been damaged by that explosion. Did you discuss this, and what did you agree on?
Yeah, well, the matter has been discussed by our regional structures at Johannesburg level. Firstly, we had to wait for the professionals to, tell as to what was the actual cost of the explosion. And now that we know, it will then be that authorities are to be engaged in this matter. And certainly, I think the government's insurance area, their force majeure, it should be revoked in order that these people are being catered for. And certainly, we do also have to try and check on the actual cost to this vehicle and come up with, the rands and cents that will speak in that direction. And only then can we then go to authorities and put it to them this that we think should be done. And that is to have these guys, compensate these guys for the mistakes of whoever caused this explosion.
All right, Theo Malele, thank you for making time for us.